Hi, today I'm reviewing The Conversation from 1974. This is an absolutely wonderful movie with Gene Hackman as the main character, Harry Call, a guy who is a surveillance expert, although there are some doubts raised as to his capabilities, his shrewdness. And in the event, he is hired to investigate, to do surveillance on a couple of people, a couple who the situation appears to be one thing and turns out to be another, to put it in a nutshell. And yes, it's the story was inspired by the character of Harry Call himself was inspired by a surveillance expert who ended up being a consultant on the film. But this is a very interesting study in the technology, number one, which is, it's fascinating to compare now to then. And also the ethics behind all this, and how Call deals with it himself, and Call as a character and what he represents in terms of what does this all mean. It's very creepy the more you think about it, and it's hard to know exactly who to trust in this movie and where they're coming from at any given time. Yet at the same time, you can also kind of look at Harry and say, geez, how could you let that guy do that to you, slip you that pen and not think that he was pulling something on you there? I mean, I don't want to get too much into the specific if you haven't seen the movie. It's one of those movies that will make you think afterward. If you see it, especially if you see it 2 or 3 times, or as many times as I've seen it. I don't even know how many times I've seen it, but I just saw it recently for a group discussion, and at the Anne Arundel County Library, and did the worst of all possible job at being a moderator, I think. I don't think I did a great job of introducing the film, that's for darn sure. And I'm not doing a great job of reviewing it either, am I? I guess I am. I don't know. I'm giving you my honest opinion. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it reflected the times so well, things that I remember from then, and it also just made me think about the whole perception versus reality thing. And the other thing was, I wanted to say that Harrison Ford is so creepy in this movie. I mean, so creepy. That's one of the things I remember most about it. And he's great, though. He's great to look at. Oh, and he provided the actual cookies in one of the scenes that he's in, apparently, from what I read. And Roger Ebert wrote an absolutely fantastic review that goes into all sorts of aspects of this movie. It's like my mind exploded after reading the review. I was just so taken with it. And then finally, one of the things that didn't come up in our conversation was the 2 shots of Harry getting off of a city bus. I thought, now how did they get those shots? Did they have to arrange it with the city? Did they get a bus that was made up to look like a city bus? How did that work exactly? Did they have to get a permit? I guess that was a real street. Yes. So I'm thinking all these things and wondering how they arranged those 2 shots. And it's like just 2 little shots in the movie. So I'm so obviously turning into a screenwriter. It's ridiculous. Or I am a screenwriter, I guess I should say. I am a screenwriter. There, I said it. All right. That turned out to be a bit longer than I expected. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Be seeing you.